Prior to the drugs, I had a full life, I would say, both personally and professionally. Professionally speaking, I had always been in IT and IT sales. I had been steadily building a career by developing more and more senior roles within that career. In my personal life, I was always very busy. I had a wide social circle of friends, and I was always involved in different sports. Played a lot of football, played golf, always down the gym and so on. So for me, typically, every day was pretty busy, and there was always something that I was involved in. The first drug that I took was Prozac, and that was back in 1995 when I was 32, and that came about as the result. The key trigger was a virus that I had, and it was pretty much a virus that was doing the rounds, but I just never seemed to recover from it properly, and typically what I was experiencing were mainly physical symptoms, so tiredness, fatigue, more easily fatigued when I was doing exercise or anything strenuous. I was on the Prozac initially for 3 years, and that was because of a number of things, but firstly because I tried to stop taking it several times, and I experienced what I now know but didn't know at the time were withdrawal symptoms. And because of those symptoms, I was advised to go back on the drugs on the basis that my issue, my problem was still not resolved. Eventually I was prescribed Effexor in 2004, really as a last resort after having cycled through and been prescribed multiple other antidepressants between 2001 and 2004. I can't remember which ones they were, but it was most of them that were available. None of them made me feel much better, and most of them made me feel considerably worse. I stopped taking the Effexor cold turkey, and then I experienced a wide range of symptoms, most of which I hadn't experienced before either taking the Effexor or in fact any of the antidepressant drugs or during the period when I was taking the drugs, and I now know that to be withdrawal. I had a period of probably 2 to 3 months of acute withdrawal, and then have had a period since then, and to date it's about 4 years of protracted withdrawal. During the acute withdrawal stage, I was pretty much incapacitated and spent most of the day just lying on the sofa. I've thought about this since then, and if I could think of a way to make somebody's life as miserable as possible, short of terminating their life, this would be it. It impacted me both cognitively and physically. So the types of symptoms I was experiencing were a severely degraded memory, severely degraded ability to concentrate, to retain information, to rationalize and understand information. Physically, I just was racked with pain from head to toe, joint and muscle aches and pains, dizzy spells. I developed intolerance to a whole range of food and drinks and so on, such that if I ate or drank those foods and drinks, that the other symptoms would ramp up as well. Headaches, blurred vision, I couldn't hear properly, balance issues, coordination issues. I wasn't able to read properly, so things like reading a nighttime story to my son in itself was a challenge, just getting through that. 4 years on now, where I am now, I would suggest I'm probably in the order of maybe 75 to 80% recovered. I'm just starting back to work now in a full-time role, which has its challenges, but I think it's something that I can now take on, and I've still got some time before I fully recover. But my overall feeling that I'm left with is that I'm just so angry. I'm just so angry that this, for something that never needed to happen, has happened to me. And it's affected me, both for things that I worked hard for. I'd never been involved in drugs, I'd never been involved in illegal, there were things that I was never interested in. And it was a legal prescribed drug that has effectively disrupted my life for over 10 years.